Hello, everyone. Welcome to the daily show that takes place every week of every month of every year, Geeks and Gamers Daily. I am excited to be here. We are fresh off of the most legendary stream that has ever happened on Geeks and Gamers. And it was so legendary, YouTube decided you're not allowed to see it anymore, ladies and gentlemen. But you can't go over to Rumble and see it. But it was copyright claimed, predicted.
Copyright blocked. I expected
blocked,
claimed. I didn't expect blocked.
Yeah,
from both Saturday Night Live and Transformers.
Yes. So, Ryan, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. The weekend was the weekend. As usual, sometimes the videos that you don't expect to do well end up doing really well. I guess I had a banger of a video last night. Aubrey Plaza making fun of fake milk. Is at almost 300,000 views right now, which is weird, but it is what it is. So we're here to talk about things we've never talked about before: Black Cleopatra, Black Little Mermaid, and Guardians of the Galaxy, potentially, maybe, if it continues to have a good hold, being in the black. So there's a lot of black on tap for today.
Netflix would be very happy. There's a lot of black going on. But yes, Friday was incredible. I don't know if that'll ever happen again, and it was crazy. So if you weren't here, the chat held us hostage. The toxic chat that the media always writes about held us hostage with their money and their donations and their gifted memberships. Such terrible people, I know, media. But it was crazy. It was overwhelming. It was amazing. I don't know what to think. Other than just say we appreciate each and every one of you so much. We had fun, as we always do. The 199s here in the chat as always, and thank you guys so much. So yes, it was in fact that day we were the #1 super chatted YouTube channel in the entire United States of America. That is insane.
That doesn't even count memberships.
It doesn't count memberships. It doesn't count memberships. It was unbelievable. I have heard from so many people that watched that and like creators and stuff. They couldn't believe it. And Bashy Washy just coming in hot with 10 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Bashy Washy says the party ain't over. You know what? I will give you guys a visual representation. You think I can show that clip, that Zelda clip? I can show that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Nintendo, so yeah.
Well,
it
yeah,
should be good.
I'll give you Tears of the Kingdom, which I keep wanting to call Breath of the Wild 2 because it's literally Breath of the Wild 2. But Tears of the Kingdom is out, and there's a ton of viral moments out there for all of the building you can do, all the customization you can do. I'm going to give you guys a quick 9-second reenactment of what happened on Friday's stream. GJJ is gifting 10 more gifted memberships. Here we go right here. This is kind of what happened. Nintendo's
the dumb sound too. Like the stupid, the fucking sound when the bomb thing activated.
That video has 4.5 million views on Twitter.
I saw one of a guy just building a boat. It was just a dick and balls, yes, racing across the pond or something. Yeah, they should have just called it more Breath of the Wild or Breath of the Wilder.
It really is Breath of the Wild 2. I don't even like calling it Tears of the Kingdom. It's just Breath of the Wild 2. But dude, it is. I can't even get into the game, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I've sat down. I probably put about 3 or 4 hours into the game. Probably about 5 actually. I've accomplished absolutely nothing. Every time I've hit a couple of shrines and things like that, but there's so much to explore, and there's so much to build, and there's so much you can do that it's just crazy. The game's amazing. There's another one right here. I mean, this isn't even Zelda, and I don't mean that in a bad way. This is fucking Titanfall. don't want to play the music, but watch what happens here. Now he's basically a damn titan now. It's crazy, man. Like, there's so much to do in this game.
Nice.
And so I'm enjoying it. And we'll talk a little bit more about the numbers here in a little while.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it. Like, I just don't think I don't have enough interest or time in it to fucking bother. It looks good. I'm glad everyone's digging it.
It's so good. It's so good. Subhuman with 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Subhuman. That's 25 already, baby. Getting this party started early. Gerald Armstrong, it's racist for people to say that all of Africa is black. Fun fact, it isn't. Yeah, shockingly enough. Shockingly enough. Brian Black says, end credit scene of Infinity War, a helicopter crashed into a building, and I can't help but think 5 years later, boom, you're 500 foot up, falling to your death.
Yes.
Still thinking about it. 500 feet or 5 years later. Still
yes,
thinking.
Exactly. Or like peoples who were in skyscrapers that they like demolished, or like people that are in airplanes, like all these things. They didn't think about the ramifications of that at all in any way.
There's just there's so much. Like I did very much enjoy in-game and isolation, but the problems, the overall problems that it adds to the universe is impossible. It's impossible. You know what I mean?
Chef Nick Nero for 199. Sup, boys? 199. Thank you, Chef Nick Nero. Superfly for 5. What toppings do you put on your pizza other than pineapple?
That's it. Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Just never pineapple again for me. Holy crap.
It's not very good, but it's not like the worst thing I've ever
tasted.
It's
fucking bad. It's bad. It's really bad. And
I wouldn't just sit there and eat it, but if I was dying, I'd eat it.
I will say shout out to the 199. So I was just I just stopped. So I've been playing. I played quite a few games this weekend. I actually played Battlefront 2017 for the first time in years. Still fun as hell, by the way, the multiplayer. But I played that. I played Modern Warfare, but I just got done playing Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and I got a message from Valiant Renegade, and he was like, "Bro, your 199 crew is all in my chat right now. They're just dropping 199s." And so he just sent me a link, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I gotta, if they're dropping the 199s, if they're making their presence known, I gotta show up. So I hopped on Valiant Renegade stream for a little while last night. So shout out to all of you. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody sees it in the chat everywhere you go. And like, what is this? Why are these guys dropping 199? What is going on? That's a testament to all of you. The best peeps in the business. It's so good. I love it. Let me see. Bashy says just lubing for the stream for y'all. Hey, Bashy Washy's like, I ain't messing around. Let's go.
Do Dr. Quagsire for 10. I was listening to Valiant's podcast at work, heard Jeremy. On Reflex, I said 199. My coworker looked at me and said, sorry, I was being reactionary. Nice. Chef De Niro for 199. Wife got me tears for my birthday. It's insane. Nice.
It is insane. It is insane how good it is.
Golden Age Geek for 2. God bless the 199 for getting me over 1K subs. Nice. Congrats to you, Golden Age Geek.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That is not an easy accomplishment. So that is legit. Congratulations to you. All right. So we got a few topics to talk about. We're gonna get back to your super chats, and as you know, you guys control the show as always anyway. So so Ryan, what is our first topic of the day?
I think we got to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 having one of the best holds we've seen for an MCU movie ever.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 having one of the best holds we've seen for an MCU movie ever. Albeit, with a very weak opening that certainly helped it make that accomplishment. But nevertheless, a 50% drop, 49% drop. We'll see what exactly the numbers are officially when they come out today. But take a look at this box office. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 stays strong for a superhero movie. with 60.5 million. I thought that little shade thrown in the headline was not really necessary by Variety, but nonetheless, they put it in there. Disney's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was victorious again at the domestic box office, adding 60 million in its second weekend of release. Ticket sales dropped by 49%, marking an impressive hold, at least for a superhero movie. And although it does sound like a shot, what they're talking about is for something like Avatar or Top Gun Maverick or Super Mario Brothers, things like that aren't necessarily these big event movies like superhero movies have become. So typically they don't have as big of drop-offs. They have better holds. What we've seen for the MCU lately has been disastrous drop-offs, 68, 70%. And people weren't expecting something like this for Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They were expecting a little more than 50%. But here you go. You can see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 with a 49% drop off. Now, there is still a lot of things to consider here. The overall number is still less than Guardians of the Galaxy 2 second weekend, even though it was a better hold. Tracking ahead now globally of Thor Love and Thunder, $520 million worldwide, as opposed to Thor Love and Thunder, which is about $503 million worldwide at the end of its second weekend. So pulling ahead a little bit with the big numbers coming out of China. But really, this tells us that the word of mouth was really good for this movie and that people stayed away opening weekend because maybe they don't trust Marvel anymore.
Yeah, this kind of tells us this pretty much tells us exactly what we've been saying about Marvel. Marvel have been putting out consistently bad movies. The audience has rejected those movies in the same capacity versus where they were just 5 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever. And Marvel continued to blame the decline on all these other factors. But ultimately, what Guardians has shown us, and I loved the movie. You guys know I've said this from the beginning. I loved this movie. I loved both Guardians movies prior to this. I know that a lot of people didn't like 2 as much as I did. I like 2 far more than most. I like this movie more than 2 and almost as much as 1. And I think 1 is an all-timer. I love 1. So this movie is close to 1. Darkest MCU movie I've seen. But what this tells us is that when you put good stuff out, people will go see it. They will go see it. They will tell their friends. They will talk about it. Good word of mouth is an important thing. It has still suffered because of everything else that's going on with Marvel, because in I don't want to say a perfect world, but in a non-woke world, Guardians 3 would have performed far better than this because the Guardians franchise is beloved. The Guardians franchise is essentially it's the current day Star Wars, because Star Wars isn't Star Wars. You actually have characters that you care about. You have good relationships built within the universe. You have aliens. You have all this stuff going on. You have your relatable kind of whimsical characters. That is kind of what Star Wars should be in under Disney, and it's not. So Guardians is what Star Wars should be. And so people are returning to go see it. I still don't know where it ends up. I mean, I guess my initial prediction that I backed off of after the declining opening weekend, probably around 800 million. I think that's probably where it can land. China has been a huge bump for it, which Ryan's going to get into here in just a minute. No one saw that coming, but this just proves the point that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has struggled. The box office has struggled because you put out bad movies. You put out a good movie, the people respond. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, and with, again, a really, really good hold, primarily because it was such a bad opening weekend. It really was a bad opening weekend for this movie domestically, not necessarily internationally. But to put things in perspective a little bit, even with this great hold, look at how bad this opening is hurting it right now. After 10 days, total gross $213 million. Let's look and compare that to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 through 10 days. Let's see, go to the dailies. Through 10 days, it was at almost 250 million, right? Thor Love and Thunder domestically. Let's compare that through the first 10 days of release. That was at 233 million. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 still significantly behind those other comparators. The one thing right now that is saving this movie from being worse than Thor Love and Thunder globally is China. Like the fact that it's got $53 million from China over the first 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks of release is massive. Without that number, it'd be sitting at $478 million worldwide, still significantly behind Thor: Love and Thunder. So with Fast, with Fast 10 coming out next week, Little Mermaid, all these other things coming out, it's going to be interesting to see if it can have the same momentum and the same type of legs that it's had through these first, 10 days, because that's going to be the important part. Right now, this movie is still $200 to $250 million away from actually making a profit, actually breaking even. I do think probably with the good China numbers, it's going to end up in the $750 to $800 million range, somewhere in there. But there's a good chance with the big China number, it could actually bring in less money for the studio than Thor: Love and Thunder did. Despite talking about all these holds, despite talking about all these things, there's a chance that that's the reality. If this movie ends up in the 775 range with $100 million from China, because of the small cut of the box office, there's a chance Guardians brings less money into the studio than Thor: Love and Thunder did. That would not be a good situation for them to be in.
Nope, not at all. So again, that's kind of where we're at with it. It is a much stronger hold than I think anybody anticipated, for sure. And again, the movie is good. I still am very frustrated with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I still think that it's trash. I still think the Marvels is in bad shape. But I think that, again, like we've seen with Brie Larson films in the MCU, very protected. So it is going to at least have the coming off of the momentum of Guardians, which is the first positive swing for the Marvel Cinematic Universe in quite some time. I guess since No Way Home. What was the film right after No Way Home? What was the first MCU film right after No Way Home?
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, and see, that did have a huge bump opening weekend.
That had a $450 million global opening.
Whew.
It was huge.
Whew. There he is. I kept seeing the chat saying he's here. MCU fan is here.
He's a channel member.
Calling out Bashy Washy. MCU fan, just so everybody understands, is a paid member of the Geeks and Gamers channel, meaning you are affiliated with Toxicity. Okay? Just so you understand, you are affiliated. So does that make you feel good knowing that you are a paid member?
He sent me a super chat yesterday.
Did he?
MCU fan's a channel member, and he sent me a sewer chat, I guess we should say. He misspelled, the P in super chat. Typo there from retarded MCU fan, but he's a member of my channel and he sent me a super chat, so he's directly funding everything he says he's against. Man, it's weird.
Affiliated army. He had a comment that said I'm not a paid member and I can't find it. I never allowed the membership. Bullshit. So it just happened. You just must have accidentally clicked on it, right? Okay. Hey, calling out.
That's what happens when you hang out in every single live stream. Eventually, you're gonna get a membership. Like, you watch more than anybody else, to be honest with you. All right, Gray Man for 2. Frog Crew represent. Thank you, Gray Man. JS Pena, a member for a month. Been watching since 2019. Although I still remain skeptical, I'm glad to be part of this community. I don't intend on leaving yet. Hail. It's just pizza. Hail pizza. All right.
Hail.
Arthur Brown for Aussie 10. Not buying a console for one game. I know Nintendo is never making PC ports, so I'm not going to play any of their games. Might buy then emulate. Don't know how good Switch emulation is these days, though. If you want emulation tactics, go follow Mark the Cyborg on Twitter. He'll tell you all Tears of the Emulator, I think is what he called it.
He'll tell you all about it.
Fictitious Dave Savage for 2. Tuna and sweet corn on pizza is next level.
What was
that?
It
makes me want to throw up. Tuna and sweet corn.
Oh, God, that almost make pineapple pizza sound good.
Space Monkey for 199. Boycott Netflix. Steven Wasik for 5. People getting timed out and booted from Discord servers for criticizing The Little Mermaid. Disney stands and activist shills are insane. Well, I mean, somebody else got booted for, the lightest Little Mermaid criticism you could ever possibly imagine. So much
Deleting
so
the whole damn account.
yeah, it got pretty bad. This shows you how insane some of the dialogue is surrounding Little Mermaid. Now, the star of Disney's live-action Aladdin, Mina Massoud, hasn't really been heard of for a while. Hasn't really done anything big after starring in a billion-dollar Disney movie, which, to be quite honest, I thought was soulless garbage, like so many Disney live-action remakes. But nevertheless, his movie was a success. He has been the target of a lot of people after having the tamest possible criticism for The Little Mermaid. Even though he is a minority, he's of Egyptian descent. That doesn't count because the people he was criticizing, they must have more diversity points than him. Aladdin star leaves Twitter after sharing controversial Little Mermaid post. And I also like the headline surrounding this. You know, he left Twitter. You know damn well that if it had been, I don't know, Halle Bailey that decided to delete her Twitter account, it would have been racist trolls force Halle Bailey to flee Twitter. Headlines are a little different now. This is what he said. This is from the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account. Aladdin star Mina Massoud has deactivated his Twitter account after receiving backlash for his tweet about Little Mermaid. Did he say the N-word? Did he say, oh, I hate the fact that they race swapped her? What did he say? This. Our film, talking about Aladdin and will it do as good as Aladdin? Our film was unique in that audiences went to watch it multiple times. It's the only way to reach the $1 billion mark with our opening. My guess is The Little Mermaid doesn't cross the $1 billion mark, but will undoubtedly get a sequel. That's what he says that has people attacking him because the audience that Disney has gravitated toward, or that have been trying to get, the audience that Disney has been trying to build over and over and over again with all this nonsense, with all this rhetoric. This is all it takes to say, I don't think Little Mermaid hit $1 billion, and you start getting attacked and called a racist. Look at some of this shit. This was what he responded to. Aladdin managed to end up over $1 billion worldwide. Depends how well this hold against Spider-Verse for the following week, I guess. That's where his reply was.
Jesus.
Account no longer exists. You being anti-black was not on my bingo card.
Oh my God.
Got Aladdin up out of here. Should have sat there and ate his food instead of talking on our Princess Halle. Mina Massoud could have apologized or even better kept his negativity to himself. But no, he went out like a coward and deleted his account. Mina Massoud is anti-black and has unresolved contempt for him. Mina Massoud, you're pea green with envy because your CGI monster snooze fest of a very bastardized Aladdin made $1 billion, got forgotten. You were never cast in anything meaningful again. Halle Bailey's a true star and is about to eclipse everything. Mina Massoud, star of live-action Little Mermaid, started taking racially motivated shots at the Little Mermaid movie. What happened to POC unity? This forgettable Egyptian-Canadian actor is exposing how fake it is. What are we talking about here? Like, what the fuck is this? This is insane.
This is absolutely insane, but it's not surprising at all. This is social justice in a nutshell. Everything is racially motivated. Everything is toxic. What they saw, ultimately what this comes down to in its simplistic form is they saw a non-white person have an opinion that they didn't like, so therefore they had to cancel him. That's it. That's all it was. If you are a non-white person and you don't have an opinion that they can utilize to their advantage, they will go out of their way to destroy you. That's what it comes down to, because race and gender is only as good as the narrative that can be built around it. That's what your race and your gender means to social justice freaks. That is it in its most simplistic form right there. Social justice people with pronouns in their bio, they only look at that and they go, what can we do with this person of color's opinion? If they can't use it to their advantage, they will still use it to their advantage in a different way. Oh my goodness.
Even just that, the way the headlines, Aladdin star leaves Twitter after sharing controversial Little Mermaid post. What was controversial about that? There's nothing controversial about that at all. Predicting that it won't make $1 billion, that's somehow controversial. And why don't you just write the headlines as if the roles were reversed, or as if this was a Star Wars character or something? Kelly Marie Tran. What'd they say about Kelly Marie Tran? She got bullied off of Twitter by racist trolls. Why? Yep. You didn't want to say that because in this case, the people were, I don't know, black Twitter leftists? Is that why you didn't want to write that headline? It's pathetic.
This is such a stupid, nonsensical story. But it just shows you the reason there are 2,000 people watching this right now, and the reason you continue to tune in is because you're so tired of media tactics like this. That's what it comes down to. You can never, ever, ever, ever bend the knee to these weirdos because they are freaks. Disney, this is what you wanted. This is the crowd you wanted. This is the weirdos you wanted, and you got them now. And now they're canceling people for a opinion that is the definition of non-controversy. There's nothing controversial about that.
And really what it all comes back to is this like year-old tweet where people were talking about like representation, or that black people don't have any representation in the entertainment industry. And Mina Masood shared like a graphic about representation in entertainment, and that he showed it was like, what do we have in terms of representation? What minorities are most represented versus least? And it went like Black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, Native Americans, and then at the very bottom, North Africans, which is his descent, right? Egyptian. So from that one thing that he shared, this one graphic that he shared like over a year ago, that's the thing that they're all hopping on and like, look, he's clearly racist. He hates it because it's starring a Black person. It's crazy to me.
These people are insane.
That's about the lightest criticism I could possibly imagine.
We did get 5 more gifted memberships from Hank Scorpio. We're up to 31 on the day right now. I saw someone asked about where the last live stream went. Couldn't watch the $500 donation. So we did. So just to be clear, all the gifted memberships and the super chat earner still goes to us, but it was blocked by copyright blocked. So is it NBC Universal hit us for the SNL skit, and then who else hit us for the Transformers?
Yeah. So right now, we're challenging them. The Transformers one has been, temporarily dropped until they review it. We're still waiting on the SNL one. Fucking 40-year-old Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live skit fucking copyright blocked us. So, but yeah, that doesn't affect super chat revenue or membership, anything like that. It's just simply blocking it so no one can see it. So.
Yeah, and I will say this. I'll if I can find it. So right here. So I screen recorded the entire thing. And so I'm going to upload this without the copyrighted footage. We can clip it out, but I screen recorded the entire thing like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Steph or Jed edit out the copyrighted material. I screen record it so you can see the chat. And then we're going to upload that for members only until we can get this situation cleared. And once we think that we can get this cleared up through challenges. We think we can, because just so everybody understands. So what will happen is if we clip out the live stuff that happened, if we clip out the copyrighted stuff, it will release the copyright claim. But when that happens, we lose the chat completely, and we don't want to lose the chat. So we're trying to maintain the chat. But anyway, we will upload that for you guys. So sorry about that, because I know everybody was asking about it. Or you can watch it in its entirety on Rumble, but you just won't see the chat on Rumble. Yeah. You'll see the Rumble chat.
Let's see. Sting for 5. I took your advice, Jeremy. I saw Guardians 3. It's a great film. Villain made me want to throw hands at him for hurting CGI animals.
Hell yeah.
199.
That's one of the.
That's why China likes it so much. The black guy's a real fucking evil piece of shit. China's like, oh, money.
He's probably, obviously Thanos is the best villain in the MCU. Outside of Thanos, I don't know if there's any memorable villains in the MCU. He may be the second best. I mean, I know everybody likes Tom Hiddleston's Loki. I like Loki a lot. I just don't think Loki's a great villain. I think he's a great character, not necessarily a great villain. But yeah, he was really good. Killmonger was good. Yeah, Killmonger was good, but this guy was better.
Yeah, I think that for a kind of just a one-off, one movie villain, maybe. I'd have to think. There's like 32 MCU movies, so at this point, there's way too fucking many. That's for sure. Hank Scorpio becomes a channel member. Thank you. Lord Baratheon for 5. What will the third weekend hold be since Fast X comes out? Fast 10. I don't know. I really have no idea what to expect because right now obviously these are not event style movies like like Marvel movies, which is why that headline said good hold for a superhero movie. And it certainly was. But I think Fast 10 is projected to get like $60 million domestically, like not crazy opening weekend or anything. Internationally is where I really wonder because the Fast movies historically have done incredible numbers internationally. So is that going to kind of slow down Guardians' international march, which has been really good? And a big reason because of China. And I just don't know what to expect. I really don't. Bruce,
Yeah.
member for 2 months. If society lets people be any gender, but doesn't allow you to claim you're a different race, and then it skipped on me. Fucking cocksucking.
This is what's funny about our haters. If we say something that they agree with, and they have to change them. How do you feel, MCU fan? Jeremy agreed with you. Oh, the bigot agreed with you, MCU fan. What are you gonna do now? Ooh, that's tough. Ooh.
And that can't Pharaoh Ryan be a more accurate Cleopatra? Oh, I am a more accurate Cleopatra, Bruce. I'm closer to skin color. You're not allowed to be transracial, so that makes sense. But you can be transgender, apparently. So you're right, Bruce. Lord Baratheon for 5. There's signs Fast 10 could flop, so Guardians third weekend could be decent. I don't know if it'll flop. Again, those movies tend to not have as big like opening weekends.
Well, they also don't have strong domestic runs. The
Yes.
international is what pushes the Fast movies. International pushes it big time. So they usually don't have strong domestic. They get decent domestic run. I'm not saying, but what puts them at the $1 billion level is their international pool. They have a massive, massive, massive international pool.
Now, this movie, though, like with its fucking budget, the reported budget for Fast 10 is like fucking insane, right? Like absolutely insane. So it could certainly lose money. We'll have to see kind of what those numbers are. But for instance, Fast 9 opening weekend, $70 million domestically. Hobbs and Shaw, right? That was a spinoff, but $60 million domestically. Fate of the Furious, so Fast 8, $98 million. Furious 7, that was their biggest one, not just internationally, but domestically. $150 million opening weekend. Paul Walker, all that shit. Like, we understand kind of some of the reasons for that. But,
what is it? Somebody said The Rock. The Rock's not coming back for the Fast X, right? He's out.
all right. So, spoiler alert, if you care. Spoiler warning, if you care about the Fast and Furious franchise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dwayne Johnson is in this movie. It looks like it was something they shot at the end. He wanted to be done with it. I think, I don't know when it happened. I think it might be at the end or something that they bring him back at the end credit scene. I had an article from The Wrap actually the other day. But what a lot of people are saying is, yeah, it looks like since his DC shit just flopped and he's done, that he maybe came crawling back to the franchise and they shot something kind of last minute for him.
Let me say this, okay? I'm an old school wrestling fan. All right. The Rock is one of the GOATs. All right. One of the best ever on the mic, one of the greatest entertainers ever in wrestling. I think he's a really like decent action star. He is not the movie star that people think he is. He just isn't. He doesn't draw like you would think he draws. He's a big star. He's a big name. But if you look at his track record, it's really not as impressive as you would think. He needs to be a complement to something that's already established. And so I know, just to be clear, I mean, I remember when he fully endorsed Biden and then got a massive amount of backlash and then kind of cried about Trump supporters. That's what I remember The Rock for right there.
Yeah, so the Wrap actually got blasted by some people for posting this, before the movie comes out. But Fast X shocker, Dwayne Johnson returns to Fast and Furious franchise. Surprise, Dwayne Johnson has returned, making an appearance in the post-credit sequence for the upcoming Fast X out next Friday. The Wrap has exclusively learned. What makes his return so shocked how adamant Johnson was about not returning to the series. It was a very public thing. That he like kind of refused to come back. And now the fact that he does make this appearance, that it sounds like he's come crawling back. with the failures of Black Adam and things like that. But definitely a really big spoiler, obviously, that the Rat put out there.
Yeah, that's a big spoiler, actually. If I was invested in this franchise, I'd be pissed about that, man. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, like probably you would be. At the same time, they might want that news out. Kind of like the fucking Henry Cavill Superman stuff.
Yes.
Like they were so tongue in cheek about it. They wanted people to know, but they didn't want to officially announce it. Shit like that. So I can see both sides.
As I've said, I really enjoy the Fast and Furious movies, although I have not watched one since Paul Walker, since his last one. I'm a big Paul Walker fan. I do want to kind of get back into them because they are just so dumb. Like, they are so dumb at this point that it's just what you're going into it. It's Sharknado with cars. That's essentially what it is now. Like, Dominic is like,
in Hobbs and Shaw, I'm pretty sure, I think it was Hobbs and Shaw. I don't remember. But like The Rock fucking like held on a chain that was attached to a fucking helicopter and like hold it down. You know what I mean?
So dumb.
Like, the fuck?
It's so dumb.
And yeah, I wasn't planning on talking about that because it is a big spoiler, but since it got brought up, figured we kind of had to.
I want to show this just for the chat because, again, this is about you guys. This is why you're the best. This is why the 199s are the best. This is from Friday. This is the most super chatted channels in the United States of America, and you put Geeks and Gamers number one in the entire United States of America, and our boy Nerdrotic right there third. So that's you guys. That had nothing to do with us. That is the
Ryan
199.
Hall. That dude's just some fucking weather guy. He's making bank. Fucking talk about potatoes and shit.
Yeah, look, ahead of Dr. Disrespect. There's that Star Wars girl. Ahead of Dr. Disrespect. Ahead of Timcast. All right? That's what you guys did. So shout out to the MVPs right there. The chat, the 199.
Yeah, we're only comparing domestically, though. You look at those international numbers, a lot of those fucking VTubers.
We were number 11 in the world.
That's pretty good.
We're number 11 in the world.
Superfly for 5. Do you think Deadpool 3 will do better than Guardians 3 or Marvel die before it pops out? I think it'll probably do better.
Let me show you guys this really quick,
I don't know.
just because it's so funny. This is Thursday's numbers. You see who's ahead of Timcast right there? Just look at there, right? D-Day Cobra Cast ahead of Timcast. Pretty awesome right there.
Bearded Mountain member for 18 months. Nothing like seeing our boy MCU fan turn green. He is green with envy and green with a channel membership. Hail the 199. Thank you. This guy that has a fucking Hebrew name that I can't pronounce or understand what it is. But again, thank you for 1790 shekels. Hi, Jeremy. I asked Ryan yesterday if he thinks Quentin Tarantino is our generation's Stanley Kubrick. What do you think?
I'm not. So Quentin Tarantino is someone that I'm not a huge fan of, although I highly respect how popular and important he is, and he's one of these kind of old school guys that does things his own way, kind of like Nolan. I think Nolan for me is a lot, would be more so the Stanley, the Kubrick of our time. But I think Nolan's obviously the Nolan of his time in terms of he's just his own person. But that's kind of the whole point was, Kubrick back then was his own person. So I personally don't love Quentin Tarantino movies. I do like some of them, but his style doesn't work for me as much as it works for a lot of people. But that's my whole issue with like a lot of people where if their opinion is like, so they don't like something, they think that it's just automatically bad, where I look at it and go, just because I'm not a Tarantino guy doesn't mean I can't step back and recognize that dude is one of the GOATs. Absolutely one of the GOATs. Just because I'm not a fan does not change that. He is huge and should be highly respected.
Over on Rumble, we got Faux Peasy for $1 says still no 199 emote in the Rumble chat. We're really treated like second-class citizens.
No, you're not. No, you're not. It's a matter of Kristanova has been really busy with park hopping. I just need to get her on that, but she has been kind of really focused on Park Hoppin'. Park Hoppin' had a great chat last night. Her and Steph were live streaming, and they had a really good stream. So shout out to them. But it's just a matter of busy. But we're closing on almost 50,000 subscribers on Rumble. 50,000.
And yeah, I see what you guys are saying. I will be excited when StreamYard finally gets their shit together and integrates the Rumble chat into, so it doesn't have to be set up as like an independent thing, and they can actually link it. Because right now, if you guys don't know, StreamYard, our streaming thing that we do, the thing that allows us to like pull up stuff like this, right? That doesn't integrate Rumble. They don't have an integration for Rumble officially yet, so you have to set up the stream separately. I can't wait till they actually integrate it there and we can see everything.
Yeah,
we see you guys over on Rumble. Appreciate it, and we will. Well, Krista will.
It'll be done. It'll be done. It'll be done today. Now, I don't know how long the process is to get it approved. I would imagine it's relatively quickly. It will be submitted tonight. I will say that. It will be submitted tonight. And if there's any other emojis you guys want, drop it in the chat so we can look over it. And I'll do my best to see how many we can get.
Sophie for $2. Hale, have you tried French fries with vanilla ice cream? No. I mean, I have dipped Wendy's fries in Frosties, and I've dipped other fries in milkshakes and stuff from time to time, so I imagine it'd be good. Dermy Wormy for 2. Hail all, I got officially monetized Saturday. Nice, Dermy Wormy. That's awesome, dude. Congrats.
Hell yeah, man. Congratulations, bro.
That's awesome.
He's crushing it. He's crushing it.
Slaglust for 2. MCU fan is Jeremy's alt account to farm super chats. I think that's what he has Drunk 3PO doing. That's why we see a couple typos every now and then. Like, I think MCU fan is Drunk 3PO.
Honestly, if I would have thought about it, I would have 100% done it. I guess there are losers out there that hate us that much that we can monetize them. So yeah.
The Blue Futon for $2.69. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 already matched Ant-Man 3 domestic. Yeah, 100%. The Ant-Man 3 has lost probably around $150 million for Disney when it's all said and done. When we start breaking out of the numbers, maybe more. We'll have to see. But to be honest with you, Guardians would have to make probably like $1.3 billion to make up for the losses of the other Marvel movies this year between Ant-Man and whatever the Marvels is going to lose, just based on projections. So we'll see.
WG5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, WG. TAC865 Geeks and Gamers memberships. 42 new members on the day.
Forever Sci-Fi member for a month. Is there anything more racist than saying people of color must all think the same and the way we want them to think?
You would think.
Probably not.
You would think.
Green-haired anti-liberal with 2 super chats. Jeremy, how often do you check your G&G email? I sent an email after Vegas about the Orlando meetup. Assist if you need it. I booked group spaces for my job. Thought you might not need the help since no reply, but checking in here in case it was missed. No worries if it's not needed. Just wanted to offer my help for the 199.
I didn't see that one. I did see the one you sent me about the 221B tactical because I forwarded that over to Suresh, but I did not see that one, so I'll have to go back and check that. But yeah, that one I do not recall seeing that one, so I'll have to check, make sure that didn't hit spam. So, but I did forward the 221B tactical one.
Drunk 3. Not even Drunk 3PO. Drunk 3. Yeah, they really aren't sending their best.
I will say, I don't think it's him because if I'm not mistaken, I think he's with Krista right now because they're going to a theme park. Hang on.
That's true. It'd be impossible for someone to do 2 things at once.
Well, it'd be impossible for Jay to do that. Okay. Yeah. Let's call him. I'm calling him right now. I'm just going to call him. I'm going to find out if this is him. All right.
Drunk 3.
Drunk 3. All right. Let's see if this is Jay.
Hello?
Hey, you're live on Geeks and Gamers Daily right now.
Who's this?
This is Jeremy.
I don't need any newspapers or magazines. I think I'm good.
The chat.
How did you put me on
the chat thinks you are MCU fan to help drive super chats.
I'm in the car going to pick up Krista. How How is that possible? I don't have time for that.
Because he had
Because the
typos.
misspellings, yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of typos.
Yeah, he did that in my chat too. I don't know if they brought it up to you guys, but he did it.
Sewer chats.
Spelled super wrong, and it just went freaking crazy.
All right, tell the chat hello.
Hello, chat. The guy's retarded. I don't know who he is.
All right, drive safe, bro. Bye.
I'll see you in a minute.
All
I'll
right.
interrupt your show. And
Come on in. Come on in. Bye. Bye. And there you go.
I'll be your
Confirmed.
Huckleberry for 2. It says for MCU fan, LOL. There you go. The Tog OG, member for a month. Don't make Ryan choke a fish. I'll choke Krista's fish. Speaking of, well, wait, now I was about to do a transition to Little Mermaid, but I remember I already talked about it.
Hey, I gotta show this. So this is another clip from Tears of the Kingdom. Now, this is what's, and it's not super funny or anything as much as it's like, it just shows you. So on this one right here, I've been to this part, and I took one of these hooks, and I took a hook and I attached it to one of these carts and put it on this rail right here so I could make it across. They took 4 carts. I didn't even think about this so that they could make it past, which is broken right here. And it makes it across. I didn't even think about that. So much shit to do in this game. I didn't even think about that. Because so what I did is I took the hook and attached it to one cart and hooked it and then stood in the cart and it hung down and I made it. I didn't even think about that. So, all right, so use the hook. But then this person said they did that. So that the game's crazy, man. I just want more time to get into it. It's so good though.
I'm not gonna play it.
You should.
Superfly for 5. Can you put the blocked episode to spot I-Fi like FNT? YouTube was blocking the suggestion, so I had to get creative. They wouldn't let you say Spotify. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Aura Master for 5. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. Thank you, Aura Master.
Josh 316. Hail Drunk 3.
Drunk 3, it's new.
Hail Drunk 3. What's up, Josh? Appreciate you, buddy.
Like Yellow Flash 2.
Yeah.
That's the next evolution because they're really the same guy. So it was Drunk 3PL, then Yellow Flash 2, and now it's Drunk 3.
Drunk 3.
Yeah. Sorting Universe member for a month. I don't know how or why, but somehow it's Ryan's fault. Hashtag blame Ryan. Hail the 199. I don't know what is.
I'm always okay with that. I saw someone the other day. They were talking about like their whole thing was that Geeks and Gamers is dying, and they're like, Jeremy's gonna be really pissed when Ryan passes his channel, and I'm like, this is literally Ryan's channel too. You fucking idiots! Like, this is. Why do they think I'm mad? Because Ryan's gonna have more. God, man, has Josiah passed Geeks and Gamers yet? Did that make me mad? If he hasn't, he's got to be close. So. He's got to be close.
He's like 70,000 ahead of me, so he's probably like 320 or something.
He'll be there before long.
Yeah, that's true. As long as he keeps making videos. The last 4 videos on this channel are all Odin box host reviews.
All right, if we get maybe if we beat Friday's numbers on super chats, I'll make some videos. How about that, Ryan?
There you go. Andre Perez for 11. Jeremy, take a look at the art in George Alexopoulos account. You like it?
Oh,
G Prime on
FNT.
Yeah,
G Prime's great.
Prime. Yeah, he's got some awesome shit. I think the Biden taking away the black from someone might be the best one.
That's so good. Yes, that's so good. That dude's awesome.
Mr. DC Comics for 10. Was there an outrage for Gods of Egypt starring Gerard Butler or Nicola Costa or Ridley Scott's Exodus Gods and Kings starring Christian Bale or Joel Edgerton? If not, then why people being hypocrites? Well, the thing is that for a lot of those characters, that's closer to reality than Cleopatra. Like, Cleopatra was not black, definitively. Was not black. A little closer to my skin color than to the skin color she's being portrayed in Cleopatra. That's just the reality. And that was the ruling class in Egypt at the time. we might as well get to this. And it looks like the vast majority of people agree with us and not Netflix. I don't know if you saw, Jeremy, but the backlash for Black Cleopatra on Netflix just continues to get worse after Jada Pinkett Smith and the director and comments from the actress herself saying that all criticism was just fundamentally racist. If you criticize this in any way, it's coming from a fundamentally racist position. And of course, claiming that there's no such thing as blackwashing. Well, they finally decided to show the numbers on Rotten Tomatoes. They were hiding the audience score for the first several days of release. Well, now we can see why. A 2%. And what may even be more embarrassing, quite frankly, is the critic score. The 11% from the critics that this thing was made for, but a 2%. This is the worst rating, worst audience score in Netflix history. This is coming from the same Netflix that put out Cuties, by the way. The worst audience score in history, and maybe even the worst audience score for anything television in history. Netflix Queen Cleopatra appears to have the worst audience score in TV history. And this is on Forbes. Okay. I think maybe we had a couple like 3% and things like that in the past. Netflix has never had anything less than 10%, at least not that we're aware of until now. It was sitting at 1% for quite some time until a couple people came in there, probably spammed it as 5 out of 5s, but a 2% fucking percent. It was sitting at a 0.0 on Metacritic the other day. This is embarrassing, and it is a complete and total nightmare for Netflix.
Yeah, what was Velma? Wasn't it like a 10% audience score or something?
Like a 6 or something.
I mean, this is embarrassing. And this is, again, they view the audience, that they hate the audience. They despise the audience. And so when you get this feedback, like, so Velma's at 7%. Okay, holy crap. But yes, they despise you, and when you reject their garbage, they completely dismiss the audience as the same song and dance of names and bigots and racists and all that shit. So I don't know how much this matters to them, but I know that ultimately they can't ignore it, especially when it's this bad. What a monumental disaster. And it's exactly, again, we're not making this shit up, all right? You don't see a 96 or 97% on these shows that we're trashing. You see 96 and 97% on things like Top Gun Maverick. You see it on things like Super Mario Brothers. You see it on things like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. You don't see it on things that we are telling you that people are widely rejecting. The numbers support what we say consistently. And this is just another example of that, but this takes it in a whole different level. This is wild.
Yeah,
wild.
I was expecting like sub 10. Like that's kind of what I was expecting based off the reaction that we'd seen from the trailers and the commentary out there. A 1, a 2, like that's next level shit.
Yeah.
And that tells you you've pissed off everyone. And they're trying to claim, because they tried to set the narrative, and they're going to do the same thing for the Little Mermaid movie. They've already been attempting it. It's already been out there in the media. All they're talking about is racist backlash. They tried to do it for Cleopatra, but the problem is when you make the claim that all criticism is fundamentally racist, that anybody that's saying anything bad about this is just because of racism, you're going to have a hard time explaining to people how 99% of people are racist, right?
Yeah.
If that's your claim. And if that's true, you got a big fucking problem on your hands. It's a multitude of things, and people are rejecting these type of identity politics driven content, especially when you're race swapping a real person, when you're trying to change history and the area of the world where that history was at, you're calling them racist if they don't agree with you making these changes. It's laughable.
Yep, absolutely. 100% every time. I saw someone say they were playing Tears of the Kingdom and watching Geeks and Gamers. Who says you can't multitask? There it is, Blaze 2000. Hell yeah, that sounds like a fun day. Hell yeah. And Osmar gifted a Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you, Osmar. Appreciate you. I'm trying to see what some people are saying in the chat. Superman Legacy is in its final stages of casting next Superman. Any thoughts? I don't care. I mean, I until I see exactly what direction they're moving in, Again, I like James Gunn, but I still I don't know if I feel right about him being involved in DC with Superman, especially after getting rid of Henry Cavill, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard Nicholas Holt for Lex Luthor. I've heard that David Cornsweet guy as Superman. I agree with Jeremy. I said this yesterday on my stream. Unless it's somebody who just completely, when you look at him, like, how the fuck that is, unless it's someone that's completely out of left field, I'm probably not going to have a super hard stance until I start to see something, because it so much depends on what they want this character to do, what they're saying, what their outfit looks like, what they're planning to have them look like and act like as Clark Kent, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I fucking pulled this up and lost my chat. Here it is.
Chat's so awesome. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Oh, the best. The best.
Slagless for 2. The Rundown is still the only good Rock movie.
I love The Rundown. That's a really good movie. Have you seen The Rundown? It's got Stifler in it, Sean William Scott. And that's where they're where have they?
Is he a cop in some like backwoods place?
He's not a cop. It's much as Sean William Scott is like it's like a treasure hunting situation where Sean William Scott's on this island and it's some kind of treasure hunt, and The Rock has to go
I've never
get
seen
him. So it's really good. It's really good. Brazil, yeah, they're in Brazil. Yeah, Dan Bass makes a cameo.
Oh, Rosario Dawson's in it. That's back when Rock still had hair. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
He doesn't have hair in that movie.
He does.
Does he?
I'm looking at all these pictures of it.
Oh, it's like 20 years ago, wasn't it? How long ago was that fucking movie out?
Look at his hair.
Holy shit, he did have hair. Okay. That's it. Painted on hair. Yeah, Christopher Walken was in it.
Rosario still looks the same.
Christopher Walken is so good in this movie. When did this movie come out?
2003, 20 years ago.
Jesus. God, it's been so long since I saw it.
The cover looks like it was a fucking Walmart direct-to-DVD release.
Yeah, so John Campea won't have his daily show on YouTube anymore. Are you upset about that?
I don't care. I don't watch John Campea. A lot of people told me about it in my chat yesterday, though.
He's making it a members only,
apparently that's not even really what they're doing. So they're going for better clips, right? And more production value and stuff with the straight to video stuff that they do. So it sounds to me like they're going to be a little bit more like highly edited clips that you would have been used to from the show. But it's not going to be like they're going to have a whole show and like record the whole thing and do those clips. They're probably just going to do those segments and then just smash them all together and release it as the show for members. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. I don't really know, but they're going to release that in a podcast form on Spotify for channel members. So maybe it'll work. I don't know.
Have at it.
Whatever works. I hope I said this the other day on my channel, that as much as John Campea probably fucking hates my guts, even though a lot of people, that work for him listen to me and watch my channel, as much as he probably fucking hates me and as much as I disagree with him on a lot of stuff, I hope everything's okay. Because with all the changes that people have told us about, it just seems like there's a lot changing for him. So I don't know if it's a strategy shift, just a complete overall, but I hope he is okay. That's what I hope.
I mean, look, bottom line is, and I never in a million years, and I even saw someone in his chat when he made that announcement. Someone said Geeks and Gamers won.
Oh, man. It seems strange because to me, when I look at that show, and I have no idea what kind of revenue they would bring in, but it's a successful show from a numbers standpoint.
It's huge.
And it's just a weird thing. I think it's a weird thing to throw away.
I've been watching him since 2011. 2011 is how long I was watching that dude. And of course, I stopped watching him shortly after TLJ. You know what I mean? That's kind of where it all stopped, because of that's where all the political talking points started happening, the anti-Trump stuff, the everybody's racist, sexist stuff. And again, if you would have told me that I would be in the same sphere as him, I would have never believed you when I used to watch him. And it's just crazy. So I do hope everything's okay. John was a big inspiration for me to kind of do what I'm doing. That's 100% fact. He hates my guts. He'll never say my name. He thinks I'm the worst piece of shit on the planet because I voted for Trump. And I think that Disney Star Wars sucks, even though now apparently it's okay to say that, according to John now. But yeah, it's been watching that dude for a long time.
Steven Watsick for 199. Eat your heart out, dim tool. 199 forever.
Damn right.
WG for 5. Super chat street fight. Okay, maybe super chat stare down, but who knows? Maybe things will get out of hand again. Thank you, WG.
Well, yeah. So so WG said we need to get a super chat fight emoji, and I'm 100% okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. And I also am 100% okay with super chat fights. Those are fun.
Jens Anderson of the Towery for 20 Swedish. I love Fast Furious stopped watching after Paul left Hollywood. I think we got those 5 gift memberships from WG. Another 5 gift memberships from TAC86. Thank you. Jack Oliver Bush for 199. Fuck my life. Her and the Steadfast member for 3 months. Dr. Disrespect will skip a $100 super chat and read a $5 one. Watched a video where a woman says she donated around $2,500 to him and he never reads her chats.
I wonder if we're the only of those top 10, 20, whoever. I wonder if we're the only one like top in the top 5, let's say. Like, and I mean like top, like Dr. Disrespects and all that read every super chat. You know, Gary does them, but he does them he does the super chat square ups like after FNT and everything like that. I know Dr. Disrespect does not read all of the super chats. It's impossible well, I'd say it's impossible. Hell, we got 500 that day and we still read them all, you know?
Kizzy for 199. Can you explain what happened at the comedy club?
I wasn't there, so.
Are you talking about for Chrissy?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're talking about.
Well, Chrissy was telling jokes and she got to the Dylan Mulvaney section where she made fun of Dylan Mulvaney. And a couple really fat people, really fat women didn't like her jokes and they got very offended. It's like, no, she is a woman. She is a woman, like stuff like that. And so Chrissy had a little back and forth with them. Eventually they got up and left and she roasted them as they fucking went out. Talked about harpooning land whales, things like that. It was great. She's gone fucking viral. She's been everywhere. Chrissy has the ability to do that. So
she said, I hope they don't get harpooned.
Yeah, she's like, I think there might be poachers out there. Hope they don't get harpooned. It was really good. Bunch
of fat white women getting fake offended over some jokes. It was so perfect. But yeah, shout out to Chrissy. Yeah, she's gone mega viral over it. She's all over the place. New York Post, I think Newsmax. It's been wild. So
yeah, Fox News everywhere. And Chrissy I think Chrissy judged the article based on how hot she looks in the picture they decided to use. And I should be like, this is a great article by blah blah blah.
Chrissy's awesome.
Dr. Quagsire for 2, trying not to be racist till it loops back to racism. The Blue Futon becomes a channel member. Thank you. Bjorn for 5. Thanks for all the entertainment. Shut up and take my money. Thank you, Bjorn. Spirian for 199 with the foam finger. Thank you. A feline named Vijay for 2. What's more gay, a fig or a banana? Banana. Marty Gray for 5. Hey, Jeremy, happy Mother's Day. I hope Ryan got you something nice. Hashtag 199. Thank you.
Just glad I ratioed Dan Vask. So
that's right.
Tried to talk shit yesterday and
got hit.
I wrecked him. So I'll show you guys this. So Dan Vask says, I see this tweet. Dan's like, happy Mother's Day at D-Day Cobra. So I said, Dan, I've explained this to you already. You being attracted to me doesn't make me a woman. It makes you gay. I'm not interested. Subscribe to Nerdrotic.
Yeah, you really did get him. That's like me every time I respond to the Geeks and Gamers account.
Yes.
Blast Radius for 5. They got it backwards. Blackwashing Cleopatra and co-opting Egyptian history is where the racism is. Yeah, there's only one person who is, been okay and even applauded at, someone using the phrase white devils to respond to criticism. That's Adele James, the black actress who is Cleopatra in this disaster. So pretty clear where the racism coming from. Baby Chewbacca for 10. I don't believe in hate speech, but I definitely believe in hate watch. Looking at you, MCU fan. Yeah.
Hey, look at G Prime's latest. Matt Walsh. Tears of the Kingdom. This is satanic. Yes. This is amazing. I'm retweeting that one right now. Oh, fuck you, Matt Walsh, and your fucking dumb takes on video games. What an idiot. That is great right there.
Osmora with the gift membership. Thank you. Lord Plagueis for 5. Gods of Egypt and Exodus, God and Kingdom were fiction, not meant to be based on real events. Bruce Flash for 5. Ryan, I messaged you a hilarious 1 to 1.5 minute video through Twitter. There's normal cursing, but no controversial videos or other language. All right. Let's see what we got, Bruce.
Shout out to Bruce. Bruce always rocking the 199. Always.
I think this has got to be edited. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here we go. Here's a report about homeless people.
7-Eleven owner said the city of Austin isn't doing enough to keep people from soliciting and leaving items on his property.
Jacob Patel is the owner of this 7-Eleven at the intersection of East Old Torf and Park Lane.
I play the music 24/7 because fuck them. That's why.
Patel says this comes as there's been issues with the homeless encampment next door.
These motherfuckers. Take a big whiff. Take a smell. Take a smell right now. You smell it? Shit. You know where the shit is from? From these motherfuckers. They're shitting everywhere around here. Everywhere around here.
Like, I don't believe it's just somebody had to have edited. I don't believe it's real. But it's so good though. But he's just playing opera music.
Crazy. Fuck these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers. Fuck these motherfuckers. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? I say fuck them.
Salem stays at the homeless encampment.
I can hear it all night. I can hear it during the day. I mean, if I want to go take a shit in peace, I gotta go way over there.
Patel says since he started.
So stupid. So dumb.
Oh man, I gotta show this one really quick. We're talking about Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo devs worked tirelessly and exhaustively for 6 years straight, implementing new and thought-provoking game mechanics into Tears of the Kingdom for players to explore. The players. I want to play. This game's fucking great, dude.
What are you gonna do with it?
It's like it's going around on this thing, just knocking the fucking. It's just a dick flopping around.
What the hell?
Oh man, this game's crazy.
Baby Chewbacca for 199. Vinegar Cleopatra never existed. Am I right, boys? Thank you. Jack Oliver Bush for 5. Finally, a member 199 in the house.
199.
Jack Oliver Bush. Hate Me Toast for 199. What was the final membership count for Friday? Like 1,300 or something, right?
It was a tick below 1,300. It's like 1,250 or 60 or something like that. I think it was insane. 1,200 new gifted members. 1,200. I can't even process that. We'll never see that again. That is insane.
Marksman for 199. Wings of Redemption has redeemed himself. Let's go.
I think they both kind of did a good job of at least doing something positive.
A lot of it takes a lot of fucking bravery to do something like that, you know, to get up, take your shirt off, show how fucking fat and disgusting you are, and get in the ring and be willing to be punched in the face, you know, by another 400 pounds. Like, so there is something to that, even though it didn't look like Boogie. I don't know who trained Boogie or if he really got any training from anyone. But you know, props to him for stepping up and doing it. And Wings looked like he took it very seriously and beat Boogie's ass. So it's good.
I was gonna say something else. Damn it, I draw a blank now all of a sudden. Fuck. Well, let me show this meme since I forgot that. But RK Outpost is Cleopatra. So
yeah, it's way too dark though. Don't use that one. There's actual ones of me out there looking like a pharaoh. Why you got to use that one?
Just had to show it.
Jay Tapai or Jay Tapia for 199. Monetize the haters 199. Thank you. Marvelous DC girl for 5. Little Mermaid comes out the day I graduate high school. Hope it flops. That would make my day. Well, there you go. That I will see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna flop, but I don't know if it's gonna be a $1 billion movie.
I don't think it's gonna flop. I'm not sure about $1 billion, but again, I have no idea how to judge this movie. I really don't. I have no idea. I'm trying to kind of grasp it, but I don't know, man. I really
right now
don't.
it's tracking very similar to Aladdin's opening. But again, the openings for these are not the story for movies like this.
Right.
It is. I feel like it's crowded though. I feel like it's a crowded summer. We'll see. Barton Bella, member for 2 months. Dylan is Chrissy's Moby Dick. Well, when I went to Chrissy's show, like she ended with like the trans segment. It's like that's the easiest one. I feel like the easiest one to make people laugh at. So, Richie Torres, MMA for 5. James Gunn should go direct a MonsterVerse film since it's a bit more hit and miss, and the DCU has been more miss. Great show, guys. Much love. Thank you, Richie Torres. Sandstorm for 2. Way to go, Chrissy. Better jokes than wokes. 199. Thank you, Sandstorm. Josh 316 for $10. Patel is my spirit animal. Do you smell that? It smells like shit. Those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers. Stasis Geek for 5. Do you read all super chats? Read this town. Wigwingle. Maybe Mahler can help. Is that a fucking Welsh? I hate the way Welsh people spell their shit. Paul Arias becomes a channel member. Thank you, Paul. Superfly for 5. I usually only get to listen. Didn't realize there was another Matt Walsh. Why a lower tier comedy actor so controversial?
Say what now?
I usually only get to listen. I didn't realize there was another Matt Walsh. Why was a lower tier comedy actor so controversial?
Another Matt Walsh.
I don't get it.
I don't get that either. Look who it is.
I'm going on a cruise.
You want to take over?
No.
You sure?
I got places to go, man.
Where are you going? Theme parks?
Yeah.
Krista, you and Krista going to hang out?
Yeah, me and Krista are going on a cruise.
He got his cruise shirt.
Why are you leaning so far over?
Because
my breath don't stink.
I'm trying to give you room.
All right, cool. Hey, Ryan.
You got a big super chat.
Hey. Oh, look. Is MCU fan here? It's not me.
Yeah, MCU fan. Can
even
you
though
type in the chat to confirm that you're not drunk?
Even though we spell the same way.
Is MCU fan here right now?
Look at all the love.
It'll be funny if MCU. There he is, MCU fan.
Yeah, I know.
He said the clown that hates Rose Tico.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Oh,
Anyway.
look at the super chats coming in just because of you.
All right. Can I?
Yeah, take over here.
Can I get some money?
Here.
It's all good.
Krista, come here. They want to see you and Jay. Come on, the cruise team.
Who's they? I don't want to. Marksman AZ for $21.99. Am I welcome here? I was born in 199. Yes, you are welcome here. Thank you for the big super chat. Kizzy for 5. Ryan, when's your Vets Talking appearance? I checked them out over the weekend. Made me realize how much I need adult interaction. Sure you can hang? Yeah, I'm sure I can hang. I think this Saturday. I think this Saturday night.
What was that, Krista? I don't know.
Guts the Black Swordsman.
Ryan looks so aggravated because it's got like every day this stream gets derailed, whether it's super chats or drunk 3PO.
Ryan upstairs?
Yeah. He's gonna knock over all my shit. Guts the Black Swordsman for 2 months. Yo, hail Ryan and Jeremy. I'm loving Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and loving the morning streams. You guys see Craig's stream on Side Scrolls last night bashing DSP?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Josh for $50.
50!
All hail Drunk 3. Apostle of the 199.
Sorry, I know you're busy, man.
Hi. Your new name is Drunk 3, by the way, because MCU fan misspelled your name when he was trying to bash you. He just called you Drunk 3. So there you go.
And the guy's obviously retarded.
Oh man.
All right, man. I'll let you get back to work. Brian's setup is so much cooler than Jeremy's.
No, it's not.
I love it.
Mine's awful. Have you seen this? Look at this.
Is that you?
That's me.
When are these available?
I don't fucking know. Some point.
This is awesome. I'm getting one.
Are we showing those?
I like that. That's freaking awesome. All right,
I did the other day.
Krista, bring mine.
That's freaking awesome.
And
See ya.
Ryan does not live here. I know everybody thinks that. Ryan
No.
does not live here. That's internet thinks so much that isn't true.
I live everywhere else but here, but that's
Yeah.
a more accurate
Yes.
statement.
Yep.
Jesus Davila with the gift membership. Thank you, Jesus. The Blue Futon, Little Mermaid 3D googly eyes. Where do I look? Superfly for 2. Little Mermaid's designed to flop because she's a fish. LOL. Scott McKenzie for 2. Hail the 199. Best chat and smash the thumb.
That's right.
Hopefully it's the thumbs up. Anthony
Let me
Landolfini
go
for
get my
5.
plushie. I'll show everybody.
I downloaded a TikTok video and I sent this guy a message on Twitter. It's really funny. Nice. Blaze Donut for 10. The Little Mermaid won't flop, but it will flounder. LOL. A lot of memes to be had with Little Mermaid. Superfly for 2. Matt Walsh was the doctor in The Hangover. Matt Walsh.
All right. So, do we know when these are becoming available?
No idea.
There's mine. That's going to be the Friday Night Tights plushies. So I don't know when we're opening that campaign up, but there's my D-Day Cobra one. So it's holding the little controller. It's pretty cool. So there you go. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
Oops, I fucking hit my camera. Big ass head.
So that'll be cool.
All right. Jerk Off Juggernaut with 10 gift memberships. Thank you very much, Jerk Off. Appreciate that. A lot of D-Day Cobras in the chat. Look at that.
Hell yeah.
I'll be your Huckleberry for 2. Hail Drunk 3 because he couldn't afford the PO. Thank you. Fictitious Dave Savage. Fictitious for 2. Shock. No one has made a Ryan 4Kennel account. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
What happened to Bashy Washy? Where you at, Bashy? You thought I forgot about you, didn't you, Bashy? You didn't have to super chat or anything. Just comment. Let me know you're still there, Bashy Washy. That's all. Bashy Washy got this party started early, and he said, "Oh,
he's lubing it up.
Lubing you up." I don't know what happened to Bashy. Just want to make sure Bashy's still here because Bashy got upset with me because I forgot Bashy last week. So
it's true. Jamie started naming people he appreciates, and all the people that he left out are like, "Well, fuck."
I remembered Bashy. Also, is Mage Demon okay? Is Mage Demon all right?
I think he'll be back in like 2 weeks.
I just hope Mage Demon's okay. Mage Demon dropped like I don't know how many Mage Demon dropped. Mage, you out there at least lurking? Again, you don't have to send a super chat. Just let me know you're okay. Just comment. That's all I'm asking for. Just a comment.
I think he's still passed out.
You think so? Mage Demon just like has not shown up forever, and then suddenly shows up, and I don't know. was it like 500 gifted memberships probably from Mage? You think he gifted about 500?
I don't know what the number is. Something like that. Like fucking insane, dude. His bank's probably calling him.
People are saying he's in jail. The bank got him.
Yeah, when I start to see shit like that, I'm like, man, this dude just got a bad diagnosis. That's always where my head goes.
Oh man. So we haven't talked about the what is it? The AA? It's the alphabet. What is it?
Alphabet Alliance.
Alphabet Alliance. I think I got to be honest. I'm noticing a lot less alphabet profile
I
pictures.
have the power to change hearts and minds. You can
really
bully people into submission.
I
right?
kind of want to change mine now. I want to put mine as just a D, a big D.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think I'm going to do that because I don't appreciate the fact that Ryan. Okay, so we got a few. Yep. Okay. They're showing up now, Ryan. They're showing up now. They ain't putting up with your bullshit, Ryan.
There ain't a lot of them though.
There's quite a few. As soon as I mentioned it, a lot of them showed up. So they were just lurking and they were waiting. There's Jay says, "I'll never change." We got a $20 super chat from Monkey D Shane. 199. What are your thoughts on let's see, on the live action One Piece episode cut? And Ada saying it won't release until he's satisfied. F&T Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Odin, man up. I've never seen One Piece. I don't know anything about One Piece. I know it's very popular. So I don't know anything about it. So I can't answer anything on that. We do have Weebs and Waifus, our anime focused channel. So if you guys are interested to hear what Ivan and the crew have to say, I think Chris has seen One Piece, but I can't speak about it. I know Ryan's a big anime fan. Ryan is a big anime fan. So Ryan, what are your thoughts on the live action One Piece?
I don't fucking watch them. I don't watch anime. I think it's satanic. I also don't watch live action anime. So I'll tell you.
Why would you say that?
Because that's what Matt Walsh says. It's satanic.
Matt Walsh is an idiot. You should watch.
I don't actually
anime.
watch anime. I just don't. It's never really appealed to me. That there's one anime that I've watched my entire life, and that's Pokemon. Like even basic ones like Dragon Ball Z and shit, just never got into. I think they made me watch, what is that Death Note one? These guys made me watch Death Note. It's like,
God, so
okay,
good.
why is this fucking Japanese demon eating apples? I'm asking questions that like shouldn't be asked while watching it. That one seemed okay, but I really couldn't get into it.
Death Note is fucking phenomenal. All right. Death Note is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not into anime, but it's very popular.
It's very popular. Right.
DJ Nutsack for 5. Does Ryan's plushie come with lube? Asking for a friend. No, you gotta fuck the hole and make it big enough for you. Joe Tapia for 199. I'll never change. Abaru for 5. Both of you with fucking J and A profiles. Hold. You guys are trying to hold on.
They're trying.
Zero
All right.
for 5. How many diggers does Ryan have to take for a digger gonna dig? Thanks, Zero Cool.
How are we looking on Rumble? We good?
We're all caught up on super chats. Yeah.
All right.
Star J says One Piece is the GOAT. Wesley says One Piece is a trap. So.
I kind of honestly, you guys talk about One Piece enough. I think I'm gonna have to try to watch One Piece at some point. Right now, I just want to find the time to play more Zelda. So we'll see. Quick question for the members out there, and just overall everybody. But would you like to see us play Battlefront 2017 online multiplayer? Just curious about that. I know a lot of people are kind of getting tired of the Fortnite stuff. So Battlefront 2017 and Modern Warfare 2. Would you guys want to see that?
I like your idea of how to like freshen things up is to play a 6-year-old game that like has very little player base anymore.
Yeah, but it's something different. What else am I supposed to play?
I don't fucking know. Maybe whatever that one battle royale is based on Titanfall that you've never.
Fuck, I will
played.
not play that.
Apex
I'm not playing
Legends?
it. I'm not playing fucking Apex Legends. Fuck Apex Legends. All right,
Play,
fuck that game.
Maybe you should play. What's that fucking Blizzard game? Overwatch. You can play Overwatch too.
I played Overwatch once and did not like it, but that's kind of how I was with Fortnite the first time I played it. But they
They're completely
fundamentally
different
changed
type
it.
of games.
I understand that, but I didn't care for Overwatch. Yeah, I will not play Apex Legends. That is the single reason I don't have a Titanfall 3. And I would play Titanfall 2 if it wasn't dead. I wouldn't care if there was 12 people watching me play Titanfall 2. I'd be playing Titanfall 2 every day. But sadly, it's over with. So, but I guess they're adding ranked battles to Fortnite. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that, but that'll be kind of cool. But okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much. So in terms of the stream from Friday, if we don't get these challenges done, I will get the full video uploaded from the chat perspective. We'll make that a members exclusive. And then, just so that it's there for you guys to have. And I'll also put it probably on Rumble, probably put it on Locals as well. I just don't want to put the whole video, a 3-hour video up on this channel publicly, just because it's not gonna do anything outside of the people that wanted to see it. So we will put that up and make sure that you guys have that if we can't win these challenges, which do you think we will? We won one of them, right?
We'll let you know in 2 days. We'll figure it out.
We won one of them, right?
Well, one of them didn't get immediately denied. They got 28 days to fully review it, but we'll see about the other one.
Okay.
The Saturday Night Live one might be a little more finicky.
Okay.
Maria Hargis, member for a month, says, "What kind of stuff does Ryan like to watch? Days of Our Lives?" No, the only thing I watch are George Lucas's Star Wars movies and reruns of Bar Rescue. Those are the only things I ever watch. Nothing else.
That's not true. You like Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I do. They use the N-word in the first movie or in the first episode. Got me hooked. Superfly. 1, 2, 3, 4 for $8. Apex is trash. Our Rainbow Six Siege is fun. Overwatch was fun, but they updated it into garbage. Josh for 20. I'd rather you stream paint drying over Fortnite. So okay on Battlefield. We said Battlefront. Hope you're okay with that too. Thank you, Josh, for the super chat. Jimbo for 2. G&G Gardic phone like EFAP. What? I don't know what that means. What? Lord Plagueis for 20. Play Mario Party.
Hey, we had fun playing Mario Party. So I like Mario Party Superstars. So and I know a few people asked about Splatoon. We gave Splatoon a good run. Splatoon got a little bland for me personally, but I'm open to it. So I'll give you guys. I'll try to play anything you want except for Apex. I cannot play Apex, and it's not because it killed Titanfall as much as it's too much like Titanfall, but it's not Titanfall. It doesn't have the wall running. It doesn't have the pilot mechanics. It feels like the Dollar General version of Titanfall, which just drives me crazy to play that. Because I'm like, you're giving me enough to make me feel like this is Titanfall without it having everything that makes Titanfall wonderful and great. And so it's so pointless to me to play that game. I don't like it. But are we caught up?
Yep, we're caught up.
All right, so thank you guys so much. We are playing Mario Kart tonight. Tonight is our Mario Kart stream, and then Cobra Cast happening right after that. I do want to tell you guys on 221 Be Tactical, you only got till, I think we're going to shut this down on Friday, and the reason we're going to shut this down on Friday is because we want to try to have these. I was talking to Suresh the other day. We want to try to have these shipped out for Dallas. So we don't have anything official to announce with Dallas yet, but something is happening in Dallas. I don't know what yet, but we're doing some type of meetup.
There's going to be a meetup. There's going to be a panel. So confirmed. Yeah. We just don't know specific days on those things yet.
Right. So these are going to be, we're going to shut these down Friday after Friday Night Tights so we can get these processed and shipped out to you if you want to have them for Dallas. So this is over on 221B Tactical. These are available for a limited time only. Friday, we're stopping them. We're shutting them down so we can get these things shipped out. So this is the 199 Snake Pit Battalion t-shirt. So if you're interested, go over to 221B Tactical and get your Geeks and Gamers t-shirt there. The 199 represents. And again, I want to thank all of you for continuing to show up with the 199s and every fucking where you turn on the internet. It's great. I see it in streams. I was like, I see people typing it every time. It's great. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the legendary stream on Friday and Mario Kart tonight, Cobra Cast after that. What do you got going on, Ryan?
More videos, Sports Wars, blah, blah, blah. Gemstone for 199. Thank you. Sergio Garcia for 2. Play Game and Wario.
Game and Wario. Old school. We need more Wario. We need more Wario. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bashy Washy, I don't know where you went, but I love you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Josh. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you to all the super chats. Thank you for all the love, the gifted memberships. WG, trying to get super chat fights going as always. And we'll see you guys tonight for Mario Kart. Have a great day. And we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.